Last time on series we haven't named yet, Baron Corbin beats The Undertaker mercilessly at WrestleMania, buries Kalisto in a pile of tables, and now he bloodies up AJ Styles in the backstage area. And now he's fighting for the world title against John Cena. But anyway, we're going to have Baron Corbin, John Cena going on at the April pay-per-view. Again, don't know what it is, but it doesn't really matter, now does it? Basically, during the match, at some point there's going to be a ref bump. AJ Styles is going to come out. He's going to do a phenomenal forearm, probably. Just bam! Bam! Right in the Baron Corbin's face. And then John Cena is going to take advantage, get the AA. It's going to be a pretty standard John Cena affair. But yeah, by doing this, AJ Styles is no matter what going to be a face at this point. Because you figure he's already almost a face. After losing the title to John Cena at WrestleMania, they're probably going to put on one slobber knocker. And then by starting a feud with Baron Corbin, if the initial beatdown doesn't do it, him coming out and costing Baron Corbin, who will probably be getting booed pretty heavily by the hardcore fans, will turn AJ face. There's just no way around it. AJ will be face at this point, and that's the way we want it. But anyway, this is going to start the Baron Corbin AJ Styles feud. Now, why are they feuding, you ask? I mean, what is the gripe? All that happened was AJ got his rematch clause. Baron Corbin shouldn't be that angry. Well, for one, Baron Corbin is going to insult AJ Styles for being a loser indie wrestler. In other words, a resilient pest. Now, I get why they don't think this is going to work on the main roster. But hear me out, okay? People don't like Baron Corbin. Okay, the entire way I've booked Baron Corbin has been basically, we already have the internet smarky fans who already hate Baron Corbin. So what we're going to do is we're going to really push them so that way they hate him so much. And then when they start hating him, the casual fan is going to learn to hate him too. Not to mention, Baron Corbin is a heel. So as long as he does something heelish, he will get booed by the casual fans. And leaving AJ Styles in that bloody mess, whoo, he's definitely going to be a heel after that. But anyway, the way his shtick is going to work is it's going to be a reflection of a gimmick he had in NXT, where he didn't like the indie guys. The guys who spent all this time training, they have to wrestle in the indies to get noticed by the WWE. Baron Corbin didn't have to do any of that. And that's what we want. We want Baron Corbin to be the antithesis of all the internet indie darlings. That's what we want with Baron Corbin. So basically, Baron is going to start with that, and he's going to say AJ couldn't beat him in a real fight. And man, oh man, that's going to be good. He's also going to mock the Bullet Club, and he is going to call it the Bullet Club. I know, I'm taking liberties with the rules here. But he's basically going to insult them saying they try to be tough, but they're all scum, internet, resilient pests. They're cockroaches. He's going to stomp on them. So AJ is going to challenge Baron Corbin to a match at the May pay-per-view. Again, can't find it. Which Baron is obviously going to accept because he wants that pay-per-view payday. Make it rain, Baron. Now at the May pay-per-view, the match is going to get thrown out when Corbin busts AJ open the hard way and refuses to stop beating the tar out of him. I want this to look legit. Okay, AJ, this is why we're having AJ do this, part of it. Because AJ will make it look good. Yeah, Corbin's still green, but that greenness can be used to help this feud. Because all it'll take is Baron Corbin taking one remember, Gold Glove boxer, and AJ gonna be bleeding. And I mean, that's gonna be great. I love how AJ Styles, one of my favorite wrestlers, and the entire way I've been booked in this scenario is getting beat up. But yeah, okay, so basically the match is gonna get thrown out, and then we're gonna be building to the June pay-per-view. Now obviously, Baron Corbin gonna cut a promo about how you can win without the bell ringing or doing flips and kicks. It's just building this, the hatred the hardcore community has for Baron Corbin. And in a way, it's going to make AJ look stupid. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. So when AJ returns, because he's not going to be on that SmackDown, he might not even be on the SmackDown after that, but he's going to cut a promo about how much he loves his fans and other lame face crap. Nobody really cares what he says, because, you know, AJ is good as a heel. I mean, he'll be a good face, but faces are boring, we know that. So anyway, the June pay-per-view, Styles and Baron Corbin are going to have a match, which AJ is going to win via a small package. Basically, Corbin is going to have the match won. This is essential because we want Corbin to still look strong in this loss. But it'll continue the feud. If Corbin wins, then Corbin just keeps looking strong, and it doesn't make much sense. We're going to have AJ win, small package. I'm talking, okay, we want it 1, 2, 3, and then Corbin's going to be kicking out right at the 3. We want the commentators to admit that. They're going to be like, man, I can't tell. Okay, we're going to have Baron Corbin practice this pinfall a lot, but we're going to make it look really good. We're going to want the fans to go, that was not a convincing victory, and Baron Corbin is going to be angry. But we're going to build our way to the July pay-per-view, and we're going to try to have Baron Corbin bully his way around AJ, just for Styles to avoid a beatdown. Basically, he's going to come out, he's going to attack him, AJ going to keep getting away. The reason behind this is, well, this way Baron doesn't look too strong in this feud, but at the same point he's being ruthless. He's going for the kill. Like LaRue would say, he's going in for the kill. But we're going to have Corbin demolish a local jobber, and I know I keep saying he's going to demolish people, but I want this to be hard to watch. I want them to pay this jobber that $5,000 for winning a match that one jobber said he would get if he beat Braun Strowman a few months back. We want it to be bad. Like, WWE gonna have to pay his hospital bills. Maybe for life. Hell, tell Corbin he's not wrestling him. Tell him it's a boxing match. Just don't kill him. Anything below that, we're great. Okay? But Corbin's gonna remind everybody that the club are only strong in numbers. And again, this is just building to the, you know, he's by himself, he makes it work. But it's also going to be running AJ down for saying, you know, you aren't really that strong by yourself. Again, it's an argument that looks kind of silly on paper, but in the moment it'll make sense, being as for the last few months Corbin's been running AJ down physically. And he's also going to say AJ got lucky, which most fans are probably going to agree on anyway. But soon as luck will run out when he fights Corbin in a no DQ match. I didn't know what kind of match to make it for the July pay-per-view. No DQ match is dull. But I mean, you could have like a Falls Count Anywhere match, I guess. That'll work. Okay, at the July pay-per-view, we're going to have Baron Corbin defeat AJ. He's not going to do it that dominantly, but we're going to make sure to sell the fact that the weapons were used more for AJ. And by doing this, we're kind of insinuating that Corbin is a higher level guy. And keep in mind that during this storyline, we've had him have a pay-per-view main event against John Cena, a main event caliber match with Undertaker, and now he's feuding with the former WWE World Champ, AJ Styles. So not only is he around guys who can help him, you know, progress in his career, but also guys that will help him have a good match, and matches that the fans will be invested in. And that's essential here. But anyway, meanwhile, we have The Miz steal the title off of John Cena in a multi-man mess. Hell, if you really want to blow my mind, have it be a championship scramble match. Have like The Miz, John Cena, Dean Ambrose. Throw Dolph Ziggler in there too. Somebody else. throw Sin Cara in there. Or Shelton Benjamin, because he'll be back by then, I'm sure. But anyway, the Raw right after the July SmackDown pay-per-view, I want to be the draft night. Normally, I feel like it was in June, but I don't care. I want it in July. So we're going to have it in July. Okay, so Baron Corbin going to get drafted to SmackDown relatively early on in the show. But he's going to go to beat down AJ, because AJ's going to be in a match later on. And the club is going to make the save. So we're going to have Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows coming down for the save. This is the only flaw I really have in this booking, because that means the club's going to turn face. But what can you do? Later on in the night, Universal Champion Finn Balor is found laid out backstage. And we already know who gonna do that. On the way to SummerSlam, we're going to have Corbin feud with the club, beating both Anderson and Gallows in one-on-one matches. Basically, They're tag team guys. They're not going to win single matches. So, plus by this point, they might be tag champs. Might have just lost them. It'll be okay. They're going to run out of things to do soon. But 2 weeks after being drafted to the show, we're going to have video footage showing Corbin attacked Finn Balor on the draft night. This is going to be essential. Again, we need this to be convincing footage. So I'm talking, get Finn to like take classes with AJ on how AJ does flips outside of the ring. Like he gets thrown out of the ring and AJ's like flipping on the ropes and everything. We want that kind of stuff, except off of cars. That'd be nice. But yeah, Finn's going to return a week later and he's going to challenge Corbin to a match at SummerSlam. And of course, he's going to have to put up the Universal title. Then the next week, we're going to have Baron Corbin explain himself, pointing out not only is Finn a small loser who does kicks and flips, but he's also part of the club, and to finish tying everything together, he also relies on demonic powers like The Undertaker. So basically, all of his major feuds that he's had on the main roster, they're gonna like tie into this. It's gonna make the Finn match really make a lot of sense, basically. Now, obviously, we're gonna have Demonic Finn come out because it's SummerSlam. It's Finn Balor, who that's all his gimmick is. Woo! Good job, Finn Balor. But yeah, basically, Corbin is going to get the win over Finn either way. We don't want the club interfering because that'd be stupid. But maybe after the match, have Corbin go for a beatdown. Have like AJ, Anderson, and Gallows come out for the save. You know, pull Finn out of the ring. Be like, Corbin, you gotta stop. And then Corbin starts holding that belt up so proud. So high, so proud. He gonna be making the big money then. But that's how I would have Baron Corbin win the title. And for those of you keeping track at home, that is 9 months. They could have Baron Corbin being your world champion in 9 months. And you can't tell me that following this storyline, you don't think Corbin would be received as a main eventer. When this was suggested, one of the arguments was, he might be too green to go for that. And I get the argument, because what if he like the Roman Reigns hate? But the difference is Roman Reigns is trying to be pushed as a babyface. Baron Corbin is a heel. So that hate just adds to it. That's what I don't get. It's like you might as well work this and make it to where the crowd hates him. Just as much as possible. Granted, we don't want it to be X-Pac heat, but why not? What do you think these fans are going to do to Baron Corbin? He'll rough them up. But basically, in conclusion, his character is going to be that of a guy who hates the internet favorites, basically. The guys who wrestle on the indies all the time, he ain't gonna like them. His character is going to despise them. He's gonna hate that people have to unite together to beat other people down. Because he's Baron Corbin, he ain't gotta do that. He's the best. That's gonna be his character. And by doing this, you basically have him set up for feuds with guys like Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Chris Jericho, Shinsuke when he comes up, Sami Zayn. You can throw another Dolph Ziggler feud. But you have options. You have plenty of people he can feud with for the time being. If anybody's going to take the belt off of him, I don't know who it is, but I don't particularly care. Because Baron Corbin going to hold that belt forever. But that's how I would get Baron Corbin the Universal Championship in 9 months. If you enjoyed the video, leave me a like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. You know what to do. If you have an idea for who else I should do one of these for, leave it in the comment section because I did read the comment section for this one. So that's a good idea. Also, I think I'm just going to do this as a series as kind of like a beginning or end of the month kind of thing. It'll probably be more towards the end of the month. That way it'll be like fresh after a pay-per-view. I can kind of see how things are panning out and work off that. So subscribe for more of these. But that's about all I have, so peace out, home skillets.